It sounded well thought out. It's fa-fa-fooey. Fa-fa-fo-fo-fooey. Fa-fa-fooey's a funny guy. It's my producer.
Why are you laughing at him now?
Well, he's a weird guy. I never understand him. We had a situation. No, I don't understand you.
I can explain it. I actually think.
All right, let me tell Robin what happened.
In this situation, I think I could explain myself.
Can I explain to you why you're wrong? I only want to take 5 minutes with this. I really want to do the news.
But you could do 30 if you had to.
I know. Gary came in. We have a problem with some of the equipment here in the studio.
Okay.
Specifically, everybody gets tangled up in the headphones, and all you have to do is drill a hole. It could be solved in 5 minutes. And I've been talking about this for 2 years with various people who are in control here. Anyway, so Gary today almost fell. While I was arguing with that guy on the phone, Gary almost went flying out the door because he tripped on the headphones. And Gary goes, all they have to do is do this and this. I said, Gary, you know what you can do?
Wait a second, and knocked over Jackie's coffee, which landed all over Jackie and all over the floor.
Yeah, it's very bad. It's
important to the story.
Okay, whatever. We have a million incidences where you have a million documented. I have tripped over it, and I said, this is easy to fix. Yeah. So Gary goes, whoa, 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 whoa. So I said, Gary, you know what I would do to solve the problem? Instead of telling me about it, here's what I would do. Have a meeting with Tom. Tell him everything you just said. Tell him we have a headphone situation that is out of control. People are tripping over the headphones. Howard's tripping. You almost fell flat on your face today. Make him aware of it in a meeting. And then say to him in this meeting, Tom, if you're not going to take me seriously, I'm telling you this is coming from Howard. Mm-hmm. Do you want to go through the charade of having Howard meet with you as well? Because what I'm trying to do is avoid meeting with Tom every minute. Maybe Gary could handle some of...
things like this, which are easy.
Right. So, I'm in the middle of doing the show. So Gary goes, you're right, I'll handle it. 2 seconds later, Gary comes walking through the door with Tom.
But not to talk to you.
Oh, I see.
I was here to illustrate to Tom while I had fresh coffee on the rug and fresh coffee all over Jackie's pants. I wanted him to see
So Tom comes in, and now it's in the studio.
Howard, you never... Wait, can I just say...
I'm going to finish. I heard you had to show him right then and there the coffee.
No one asked you to address him. You took it upon yourself. I was talking to him. You took it upon yourself to address him.
Gary,
I would have walked right out with him.
Tom walks in. He stands about right over there, and now I'm engaged in conversation with Tom. I can't ignore him if he's here.
He
He's sitting there looking at me. Gary, listen to me, and I'm going to tell you again. I'm asking you to take a meeting with Tom so I don't have to be involved.
I would have walked out with him.
It was a conversation. You didn't save me. No, Gary, it doesn't go down like that. Tom looks at me. Of course, you're sitting here talking about the headphones. How am I going to avoid it?
You don't have to get involved in it. You could have looked the other way. I would have brought him out and discussed it with him later.
Gary, listen to me so carefully like your life depends on you.
Just agree with me.
Don't just agree with me. I don't want to be involved in the conversation.
And
that's the reason. When I call my agent, my agent sometimes I have problems with management. I call my agent, I tell him about it. He says, I'll take care of it. He doesn't have the conversation in front of me. Now, I could sit quiet. You're right. I could sit quiet. You're absolutely right.
But I'm not the kind of situation while it was existing.
Show it to him when I'm not here.
After the coffee dries and Jackie's pants dry.
Right.
Okay.
That's right. Fine. Find a way to communicate without showing Tom the coffee. Just explain to him
it was a mistake.
Explain to him that the coffee is all over Jackie's pants.
Right.
But he'll believe you. I believe maybe it'll help. But I'm telling you, I don't want to be involved.
Fine.
It was one conversation I wanted to stay out of. So literally what I could have done was just gone next door and had the conversation with Tom.
So now not only have you made yourself crazy by having the conversation, you're going to make it doubly crazy by repeating the whole thing on the air for the whole world to hear.
That's right.
And embarrassing me.
Yes. That's right. Because I can't believe you don't get this
But it's my fault that you're embarrassed.
Why would I sit there and discuss it with you and tell you how to handle it so you could walk out the door and bring Tom in here? Why don't I just say, get Tom so I can talk to him about it?
Well, as I said, I thought I was handling it my way.
Even Fred, when you walked out, goes, what's the matter with him? No, I mean, you're the only one who doesn't see it.
Please don't use Fred as an example.
But no, he said, what's going on? Because there was a conversation that you had.
Fred's insane every other day of the week to you. Suddenly when it...
That's what I'm saying. An insane guy saw this one, clearly.
He suddenly knows what's going on.
No, I'm saying
when it helps
an insane man clearly saw that what I said to you... The reason I gave you the whole lecture so you could go have the conversation with Tom.
And I'm not saying Fred's insane. I'm saying that's your perception.
Do you understand what I said to you?
I got you.
Okay. I mean, I don't know how else to explain this to you.
Charging forward and backpedaling all
So Gary's idea of a meeting with Tom is, hey, Tom, come on in here. Howard just explained everything to me. I mean...
It's all yours, Bo.
No, be like my agent. Have the conversation. You're the producer. Have the conversation with him. Schedule a meeting with him and discuss some of the issues.
Don't you have a busy schedule today?
Yeah, I do. And I cannot believe I have to sit here and take time out to lecture you again on how to do your job. Helen Keller called me and said, what's wrong with Gary? All right, thanks, Gary. Go have a conversation with Tom. So now I'm in here with Tom discussing the headphone situation, and I told him how to do it.
So did it get straightened out? Will it be fixed?
I don't know. Tom said...
We've said that to Tom before.
Tom did say to me, it does seem a shame since we're moving studios. Why not wait until we just move? And I go, Tom, we're not moving for years. You're going to drill a hole. It's going to take 5 minutes. And the whole problem's going to be solved. It's one hole. So all the wires for the headphones can go through the hole. He goes, okay, I think you're right. First time I've been right ever. But I'm just trying to have Gary to have conversation with Tom. Tom marches in 2 seconds later.
Something between the two of them.
Gary likes to have the conversation right away because I think he thinks he's afraid that he's going to forget to have the conversation. Or he likes to take care of everything.
It was fresh in his mind. Yeah, and he wanted to handle it right then.
It was the most recent thing we had talked about. Rather than put it off, why not go handle it right now? But I want him to see Jackie's coffee.
And the dry carpet.
Yeah. Doesn't Tom need to see the coffee as evidence?
Damp. It's damp, I swear. See? It's wet.
Yeah. He was like, so he brought Tom in to see coffee in the middle of my radio show when I don't want Tom in here.
Tom would believe him if he said Jackie wound up having his coffee spilled all over him and it went on the floor.
Isn't the best kind of evidence to see the coffee?
Hey, Wolf, I got on the carpet. It's fresh in my mind.
So I had show and tell with Tom.
And when the coffee is dry?
Yeah. Would you prefer I bring him in when the coffee is dry? I prefer you just not have these meetings in front of me.
I got a smoking gun, Wolf. It was a judgment call on my part.
Yeah. And I judged wrong. And
you could have ignored him.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Tom's in here having a meeting about something that I have said.
Right.
And I could have ignored him.
Now, Howard is over there. This is something he wants done, but don't talk to Howard about it. No attention.
Yeah. You pay no attention to Tom. But I couldn't believe Gary marched Tom in here during my show when I'm sitting here trying to think about what I'm going to do next.
And his best thing was, you could have turned away.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to turn away from this discussion now. Like, this isn't coming from me.
Yeah. And, like, this room is so big that you can ignore anything that's happening in it.
So now I'm involved with Tom during the commercials, and that's what I'm busy doing. And then Gary wants to know why I'm busy talking about it on the air, because it's precious in my mind. Let's do some news.
Please.
So we can end this horror show.
You know how we have the standoff with the Freemen going on out in Montana?
Is that still going on?
Oh, sure.
I had no idea.
They were negotiating this weekend, but got nowhere.
Right.
And, we had the one in Waco. We've had this, the Ruby Ridge situation. So we've had a few of these things where you have these standoffs between federal agencies and the FBI or these groups of people who just want to, either for religious reasons or just because, want to stay out of regular society.
Do you think anyone in that standoff is as intelligent as Baba Foey, and that's why it's taking so long?
Well, I don't know, but there's now a guy at sea in a standoff with the Coast Guard.
Oh, really? And it's amazing. Waco was a great day in our nation's history. Blowing up those people, we got rid of so many useless individuals. I feel bad about the innocent kids, but we didn't light that building on fire.
Look who they were being raised by.
Right. I think
were they going to stay innocent?
Right.
They were being, raised to go to sleep with David Koresh.
The people of Waco were animals. They were barely human. Their beliefs were whacked out. Can you imagine the intelligence level of someone to follow David Koresh?
And when David says to you, I want to sleep with you and your daughter, they say, that sounds okay.
Yeah. Well, you're God, so it's okay. Now listen. You didn't lose any future scientists over at Waco. But because these yahoos who are paranoid about our government have this agenda now, for some reason we're afraid to blow up.
Well, it's because of the backlash after Waco.
Now we're sitting there in another Mexican standoff at some god-awful place called, what is it?
It's out in Montana somewhere. I don't know what the town is.
What is the name of this group?
The Freemen.
The Freemen. The Freemen, who are a bunch of thugs. They're a gang living, they want you to believe that they're a humble
An independent government.
These thugs are people who are running around creating their own laws, terrorizing the community.
What the law is that they can get stuff from the local vendors and not pay for it.
Right. And the local vendors have been begging the FBI to get involved with these free men for years. So we go down there, and, like in Bonnie and Clyde, when thugs are held up in some place, you say, come out with your hands up. After a day, maybe, you give them a day, you blow them up. You get them out of there. We're afraid to get them out of there. Do you believe this, what the agenda of this country has become? And now
we're doing it at sea.
Now we're doing it at sea.
This is out in Santa Cruz, California. A seagoing standoff is underway in the waters off Santa Cruz. The Coast Guard says efforts to board a fishing boat have been blocked by a gun-toting skipper of the boat. We have sound of the unidentified skipper.
Wow. Wonder if he sounds like Gilligan, like that skipper. Like, you know, hey, little buddy. Unidentified skipper. Skipper.
We are prepared to wait you out. I repeat, we are prepared to wait.
No, that's the Coast Guard. Number 2.
That is number 2. Maybe he's coming up.
Well, okay, here we go again.
Hold it.
UL, do you understand, sir? Roger that. Roger that.
Well, he did answer.
He did say Roger. Here's one called Coast Guard officer. Maybe that's it.
I don't know. These could all be wrong now.
Let's see.
You know, your government hasn't got too good a track record lately about killing people. I'm not going to take the chance. If people run around like a bunch of cowboys, I'm just not going to take the chance.
There you go. Bunch of cowboys.
But it's your government. Where does he come from?
Let me hear him again. I want to hear that.
He's saying your government has had a real bad track record.
Yeah, this guy's from this country. Such a bad country. Leave.
Well, he is on a boat. Maybe we should just
why don't we let him go? Sink him. Look, sink him. That's the point. This is a guy who should be blown out of the water. He is less than lawful. And we've got to start killing people. We cannot let these people live. They're dangerous.
Well, if they want to leave, let them leave. Just don't let them come back, especially if they're out there on the water.
I don't think this thing's requeuing.
Oh, dear.
It's all right.
Well, let's listen to the Coast Guard, because I think it's pretty funny what they're saying, too.
All right.
He referred to some of the more publicized events such as Ruby Ridge and Waco.
There you go.
And
well, then he's safe.
He might have refused to the Montana thing going on right now.
Yeah. Now all these idiots, these maniacs, are running around with their agenda, and the FBI is afraid to do anything, or the Coast Guard, or anyone for that matter. It's an outrage.
There's another Coast Guard one there where they're actually talking to him on the boat. That was a petty officer who was talking to the press, but they have, actual stuff the Coast Guard is saying to the guy on the boat.
No, let's see.
He felt that it was a
this one?
Oh, dear. They're all misnumbered, I guess, on the...
I think we heard that one already.
You have 4.
Yeah.
Did you play?
Well, the one that I'm playing now is the one we haven't played.
Oh. Well, then they're all out of order.
They're all mumbo-jumboed.
I guess.
Well, here, I want to hear this guy again. This is the guy at sea.
Because the Coast Guard was saying through megaphones, we will wait you out.
I think that was this one.
We are prepared to wait you out.
Yeah.
I repeat, we are prepared to wait you out. Do you understand, sir? Roger that. Roger that.
He's all angry.
So they're all going to sit out there on the water forever.
Yeah, here's the guy. Wait.
You know, your government hasn't got too good a track record lately about killing people. I'm not going to take the chance. If people run around like a bunch of cowboys, I'm just not going to take the chance.
Running around like what is he running around like? A pirate?
Yeah.
We're afraid to take these guys and fix them. It's too bad.
They say he's broken a number of laws already. He's threatened the life of federal law enforcement officers. He has a gun, and he is in violation of several federal statutes at this time. So that's why they're asking him if they can board his vessel. And he has said no, that he believes in the Constitution. He's willing to die for it. If they're willing to kill for it, let's get it on.
Well, let's do it. You can only put up with so much of this terrorism and nonsense, and if you keep doing it, it's going to let other people get away with worse. You can't do that. Well, they got to let me run this country. Oh God, everyone would be dead.
I know there'd be mass.
Oh God. Oh, I'd have to eliminate so many people.
One of the most frightening things I saw was this A&E investigative report on Richard Speck.
Yeah.
That guy who died in 1991, but he was responsible for the deaths of 8 nurses.
Never got the death penalty.
He got the death penalty, and somebody commuted the sentence.
Unbelievable. Who?
I don't know. That I have to sit down and really watch this thing in depth, because I want to know why his sentence was commuted. What do you have to do to get the death penalty?
I know. And the point is that the prisons are so overcrowded now, and the prisoners do run the prisons, by the way. You learned that, Robin, didn't you?
Well, in this report, they say that a lot of the corrections officers are gang members. The gangs run the prisons, so they still have loyalty to the gangs.
And the point is that if you don't have the death penalty, there's no punishment. There's absolutely no downside to being in prison if you're connected with a gang, because you can, the guards will allow you all the freedoms you want.
And they still have connections to people on the outside, so they can threaten and coerce the corrections officers to make them do whatever they want to do.
Yep. There's just no downside. Richard Speck was in there growing breasts.
Yeah, he was getting hormonal treatment.
Yeah, he was getting hormonal treatments, growing breasts, partying his ass off, doing tons of coke.
He had his lover on this videotape with him, and the two of them were sitting around having sex in front of the camera.
Right.
They had free access to this area that was only supposed to be for prison guards training.
Okay, that's Richard Speck, and he wasn't a gang member.
He had a rather large breast.
Really? How big? What cup size?
I would say, between an A and a B.
Really?
They were,
They were nice.
They were there. They were present and accounted for.
That's in prison.
And he had tons of cocaine, pot, and money.
Right. He had $100 bills, didn't he?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Yeah. Richard Speck.
He said if people knew how much fun he was having in prison, they let him out.
Oh, yeah.
That's all he'd ever had.
He finally found someplace where he was accepted.
And when you hear the details of how horrible his crime was, and that after the sentence was commuted, the family thought, well, that means he'll be in prison for the rest of his life. No. Every year, after 7 years, he had a parole hearing.
Who commuted his sentence?
That they had to show up for to try to keep this guy in jail.
So unless we start killing these people, these prisoners, eventually they're going to be let out of jail to just prey on us.
Yeah, you know what was really horrible? That the families of the girls, the parents, started dying off. So in 10 years, all of the parents were dead. Less and less people were showing up at these parole hearings to keep him in jail.
I've heard people say, well, gee, the death penalty's wrong. It doesn't necessarily discourage crime. I'm not talking about discouraging crime. I'm saying getting rid of criminals so we can free up the prisons for more criminals.
And what happens when you get a bunch of people with the low mentality and morality of Speck all together?
Well, here's the point, too.
They get better?
Yeah, and here's the point. Look. You give a guy, they say, well, what about life without parole? Bull. Look at Richard Speck. Sentence gets commuted, suddenly he's up for parole every year, and eventually he gets out. You kill a guy, he ain't going nowhere. He's dead. You don't have to worry about him anymore.
No hearings, no nothing.
Governor Pataki understands it. God bless Governor Pataki and Senator Alphonse D'Amato.
But just imagine, you got all these... This is a maximum security prison, so these are the worst criminals in the world.
Yeah.
All together, able to talk to each other and plot worse stuff.
What a joke.
And people wonder why you need a death penalty.
Lots of food and shelter, nothing but time to plot and scheme. Not to mention the fortune it costs to house these guys.
For no good reason. They can never do you any good.
It's not cool. Yeah.
Tell them, boss.
Yeah. I agree with my boss.
Really, man.
Now, here's a problem. Prosecutors are trying to figure out the best way to take a deposition from a mute, paralyzed woman who was sexually attacked in a New Britain hospital.
Jackie will help.
Sure. The woman shed tears and then blinked several times to identify a man she says sexually assaulted her in her hospital bed earlier this month.
This guy's probably thinking, hey, man, I found the perfect person to never testify against me.
She would like to, but she can't. Prosecutors are exploring several options that will allow them to get the information they need to try the suspect, a 39-year-old man named James Duke. The woman has Lou Gehrig's disease.
Hey, let me tell you something. I saw a thing like IBM makes. I think these people can now blink, and it will actually interpret what they're saying. Or spell stuff. Or they can blink, and they can blink toward the letters on the typewriter and spell out what they...
that guy with PJ talk?
Yeah, that's the same way. The same way. The guy he was mute, and he couldn't talk, and he was in a wheelchair, couldn't move his arms or legs. You can blink. IBM has something. You blink, and then people can read your mind or something. Something like that, seriously.
Well, she certainly can blink because that's how she identified the attacker. She blinked yes at a picture of Duke, who was a hospital worker.
I saw a guy like this. Guy couldn't move, couldn't talk. All he could do was blink. Guy wrote Waterworld that way. Fantastic movie. For a guy who couldn't move.
Well, when you consider that.
Yeah. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and we'll do more news right after this.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
So, Robin, we were doing the news, and what were you saying? What are you saying?
What am I saying now?
Yes, please.
I'll say this. You know, there was a problem between the police and some residents of a Staten Island community over the weekend.
Yes.
Police were called to the area because of some problems between some people who were arguing and stabbing each other.
We got a problem.
So at about 4:30, they were called to the area, to the Stapleton Housing Project at Broad Street and Tompkins Avenue. And a couple of the assailants had run away, but one was there. They were trying to arrest him. And a woman who was still grieving her son's death, he died in police custody on May 11th, told the suspect they're going to kill you like they killed Arthur. I guess Arthur was her son. Her 40-year-old son died of a heart attack after police brought him in restraints to St. Vincent's Hospital. So as the cops turned their attention to the distraught woman, things got out of hand with a bunch of other people who were standing around, I guess.
Everyone is standing around in Staten Island. That's the problem. Too many people standing around. So they started attacking the cops?
Yeah, they
If I was a cop, I just wouldn't. That to me would mean I would never just go there. If I was cops, I just would not go to Staten Island. That section of Staten Island. I would avoid it. I would just kind of slow down on my way there.
The bystanders exploded in anger when Jones, the woman who was screaming, and a guy who takes care of her were let off by the police. So things went a little crazy. Some went to nearby rooftops and began hurling objects at the officers. 100 cops then flooded into the area. I think 4 were hurt.
Let everybody police themselves over there. Just put a chain link fence around it.
In this rain of bottles and bricks.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting close to summer.
Yes, it is. More fun and games. Winter, we never have these problems.
So you can expect more stories like that.
If I'm ever elected governor, after Governor Pataki decides to step down,
yes,
I will declare it winter.
Moratorium
yeah, right.
on summer.
No summer. That's when the trouble starts. Public pools. Wait till you see what goes on.
There is hope of stopping AIDS in women, Howard.
It's a conspiracy. You know, AIDS was started by the white man to keep the black man down?
Well, that is a rumor, I've heard.
More than a rumor. It's got to be investigated.
There's a new vaginal gel that they've been testing in monkeys. It's called...
that must be a pleasant thing to test. So they test the vaginal gel on female monkeys? Hold still, cheetah.
PMPA. It's a powerful virus-stopping gel that appears to be highly effective in the monkeys. It totally stopped the transmission of SIV.
SIV?
Which is simian AIDS. Or simian HIV.
I got to get my hands on that. I got to get my hands on a simian.
The gel is applied right around the skin area.
They must have had to get these guys awfully drunk to have sex with monkeys.
I think it's other monkeys.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
You mean men didn't have to have sex with these monkeys?
I don't think so.
Come here, baby. I like you.
Because the question now is...
I went to Michigan State.
The question is, will this work in humans? They hope so because simian AIDS is so close to human AIDS. So they're hoping that this could be a link.
Let's hope so, Robin.
It could also be a way of stopping infections when people are exposed to HIV through cuts or needle jabs.
Oh.
Let's hope.
Oh. Yeah, because a cut is like a vaginal thing. I mean, it looks like it. You know what I'm saying?
It's just because you could apply it topically.
I see. Oh, you can able to shower with it every day.
Meanwhile, according to the UN, we are standing on the brink of a global crisis in infectious disease.
Oh, good. I was just getting upset about Staten Island. That took my mind off it.
The World Health Organization says overuse of medicine, human settlement of uninhabited areas, international travel, and poverty are combining to threaten recent advances in health care.
That is true. The airplane is the most unnatural thing that has happened to mankind. I'm being serious. The idea that we could, in a day, travel to the opposite end of the earth. Man is not meant to do this. There's immunities.
Well, he's not meant to do all these things at once.
Yeah. Traveling is a whole concept that the human body don't know from. In other words,
but Howard,
it's like invading another planet.
What are you saying? Not to do anything?
That's right. Stay home, like I do. You don't see me doing anything.
You are ridiculous.
I'm almost against the car. I'm like the Unabomber.
Throw away your computer.
No, I can't do that. I got to chat. There's nothing wrong with that. Go ahead.
A report from the organization raises alarms over the spread of untreatable forms of malaria and tuberculosis and the emergence of killers like AIDS and the Ebola virus.
Of course. If there was no plane, you would never have AIDS.
It was the plane.
AIDS came out of Africa. Patient Zero visited Africa. You know that? He was a stewardess. He was a gay stewardess. I'm telling you, I know all about this.
Oh, my.
I studied it. I have a doctorate in this.
He visited Africa?
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm being square business with you. The patient Zero he was a stewardess in Africa where the AIDS virus was happening, and I guess he had a little sex. Came over here. He was Swedish.
I'll have to relook into that.
And all these different countries have these diseases. You would never even know from AIDS. You wouldn't know from half the viruses in this country. Airplanes cause AIDS. The Wright brothers are murdering thousands of homos every day.
Oh, man.
In an indirect way. Thank you.
More trouble.
How do I get that vaginal cream?
Yeah.
I need it. I need it now.
They're still testing him.
I'd like to test a monkey.
You'd like to marry a monkey.
I want to test a monkey. Imagine putting that cream on a monkey's vagina. Holy mackerel. Honey, I had a rough day at work.
What do you do for a living?
Sweetheart, come on, let's go to bed and forget about it. No, I don't think that's the best answer. You wouldn't believe how much a monkey looks like a woman down there. I wonder if a monkey does look like a woman down there.
See, now you're speculating.
Oh, yeah.
Is someone bringing a monkey?
What's that going to do to you?
Right. Oh. I have nothing between my legs. Go ahead.
But no, what does that mean to you?
What?
If a monkey looks like a woman down there.
No, I'm not going that far.
Come on.
2 weeks after being arrested on drug charges in South Carolina, former Giant star Lawrence Taylor has been charged with leaving the scene of an accident and driving with a suspended license.
Oh, big deal. He's LT. He's a football player. Hey, O.J. murdered someone, and he's a football player. Why can't LT drive around like that?
Taylor crashed his car on Route 80 and was not seen for more than 5 hours after a passing motorist stopped to pick him up. Police finally tracked him down to a club, and he explained himself away like this. He said he was driving along, traveling east, when a vehicle cut him off, causing him to lose control of his Lexus and smash head-on into the center divider.
LT still has a Lexus?
Yeah. He said that he had not been drinking or taking drugs, and he agreed to take a breathalyzer test. But, of course, this was 5 hours after the incident occurred, or after his car was spotted. And he never, I guess, explained why he just left.
Busy.
On May 3rd, Taylor was among 18 people arrested during a drug sting in Myrtle Beach for trying to purchase $100 worth of crack cocaine.
He'd be a good mayor.
You don't have to say things like that. I see in the paper today that one of the gossip columnists is saying that you could show your support for LT if you're a fan of his by showing up to get his autograph when the whole 1986 team shows up somewhere for an autograph signing.
Show your support.
Meanwhile, O.J. Simpson continues to sell tabloids. His publicist says that O.J.'s visit to Great Britain was not about money. But a British tabloid says it may well have been. The Sunday Express says while overseas, Simpson stashed away $5 million in an overseas bank account.
Oh, I see.
Hey, now.
Isn't it against the law to take that much cash outside of the country?
Evidently not.
The tabloid says Simpson put the money into accounts in the West Indies and Dublin, Ireland, to...
Smart. He's going to sock it away. That way no one can touch him in the civil suit.
Shelter it, I suppose.
No, what he's doing is that even if he's found guilty in his civil suit, that $5 million can't be touched.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's sheltering your money.
That's downright hiding it. Is that the same as sheltering?
Yeah.
Is it?
The paper says Simpson made the move to squirrel away the money so that cash would be beyond the reach of the U.S. courts.
Uh-huh.
He faces a wrongful death suit in connection with the knife slaying of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend Ron Goldman. Meanwhile, depositions show, according to another tabloid story, that Jason Simpson said he suspected that his father might have committed the murders.
Oh, he's as smart as his father.
According to a May 8th deposition obtained by Star Magazine.
Wonder what led them to believe that. The fact that O.J.'s DNA was all over the place?
He said, I formed a suspicion. And did you ever share that suspicion with your sister Arnell? He said, probably.
Hey, look out!
When asked exactly what his father has done in response to his pledge that he would investigate the murders of Nicole and Ron Goldman, Jason said, I have no idea. Have you done anything, the lawyer asked? No, I have not.
He arrested his father. A citizen's arrest.
Meanwhile, according to the Post, real estate agents are continuing to comb Ireland and England looking for a new home for Simpson. So maybe he's thinking of giving up the United States.
Yeah, because things aren't going too great here.
Well, I would say that's absolutely true. One of O.J.'s directors doesn't believe he could have committed the crime.
Who's that?
Michael Winner, who directed the ex-football star in the 1978 movie Firepower, says that he spent time with Simpson during his visit to Britain last week. Winner says he questioned Simpson relentlessly during several meetings about various aspects of the case.
That must have been a fun meeting. O.J., I know I'm your pal and I'm your former director, but I'm going to need to question you relentlessly. I'm sure he sat there, and O.J. sat there and answered all the questions.
Winner said either O.J. has improved his acting ability by 10 million%, or he was telling me the truth.
What is it? I saw Leslie Nielsen on TV, but I never got to hear what he said. They asked him about O.J. because he worked with him in some of those police academy movies or whatever the hell it is.
I didn't see this. Where was this?
I think it was on Entertainment Tonight. If anybody's got a tape of that, I'd like to know what he has to say.
You don't know?
No. I'm just asking for the tape.
I see. So anyway, that's the O.J. Simpson news for right now. In Suffolk County, police say a 22-year-old Patchogue man is being charged with burglary after he got stuck in a chimney. Police say the owners of Patchogue Sheet Metal opened his building on Saturday morning and heard a voice calling for help.
Really?
The guy was just stuck up there, and now he needed the guy he was going to rob to help him out. He couldn't find the person, so he called police, and I guess police found the guy stuck in the chimney. Now
Hello! Would have blown his brains out.
Free from the chimney, but in the hospital, and soon to be arrested. I guess they released him to the police after he was checked out at the hospital.
O.J. said he's innocent.
A Maryland boy is in custody today, charged with first-degree murder. Police say a 12-year-old boy is being held by juvenile authorities after being charged in the stabbing death of a 13-year-old. Police believe the boy got into an argument with the victim on the suspect's front porch in Baltimore on Saturday, then went home to his own house, or went into the boy's house, I guess, and returned with a butcher knife in each hand and stabbed the kid in the chest with one of the knives. Wow. The 12-year-old has also been charged with possession of a deadly weapon. Kathy Lee Gifford, according to Cindy Adams, had one really important request, and that negotiation with the Disney people, the people who own Live with Regis and Kathy Lee. She wanted Fridays off to spend preschool breakfast time with her kids.
That's nice. Hey, my dad wants to get on the air. What is it, Dad?
I saw that interview with Nielsen.
Oh,
yeah, what did he say?
No, he did not comment at all whether he was guilty or innocent. He merely was addressing the fact that the police academy, they would make any more of those movies. He doesn't think he would be in it because it's so controversial and it's a fun movie and he's involved in serious things, so it wouldn't lend any credibility to that kind of a movie.
Wait, you're saying that? Wait, I'm not following you. So you're saying that Leslie Nielsen's saying he wouldn't be in police academy?
He wouldn't. He doesn't care if he didn't say anything about working with him. He merely says that because of the baggage that he has going with him.
That O.J. couldn't be in the movie.
Yeah, because if they were making another one, he doesn't think he would be in that movie because
he doesn't think that O.J. would be in the movie.
Right.
Oh, okay. All right. That's what I want to know.
I didn't phrase it right.
Yeah.
O.J. wouldn't be in the movie because it's a light comedy type of movie.
What are you doing watching Entertainment Tonight? You don't watch that kind of crap.
What do you mean I don't watch it?
You don't normally watch it.
Right after Jeopardy.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, every once in a while I watch it.
Well, I didn't realize you changed up your schedule.
Why? Why did I watch it sometimes?
You get a little wild, aren't you?
Well, listen, you gotta expand out. I guess.
You got a little gossip, a little Jeopardy. My dad loves Jeopardy.
Is that right?
Oh yeah,
that's my favorite show.
That and Seinfeld.
Yeah, I discovered Seinfeld. I never used to watch. I didn't watch the show for 5 years, and I discovered it.
Now that it's almost over.
Yeah.
No, I watch it every night at 11 o'clock.
He watches it on...
he watches it in reruns.
Yeah, he's sick of the news. He likes to sit there and watch Seinfeld.
Before I go to bed, I don't want to be pounded with the news. I mean, if I could find something nice about the news, I would watch it.
He's got a choice. You can watch Seinfeld or have some other. Watch a Seinfeld.
I watch Seinfeld.
You're damn right.
What do you do late at night just before you go to bed?
I have to get in the mood by watching Seinfeld.
Right. Hey, Dad. Yeah. All right, so I hear what you're saying. Leslie Nielsen's a pretty controversial guy, huh? He really goes out on a limb.
No, well, listen, they weren't discussing the case with him. What is he going to come into a detailed situation?
Well, you should talk about O.J.
Well, he knows O.J. from working with him.
Right.
So actually, that was the only intent of the whole interview, is would he work with him?
And he said he basically didn't answer the question. He basically said
he doesn't think O.J. would be hired.
Right.
Right, because that type of movie.
Yeah, but would he work with him if he was hired?
They didn't ask him that.
Yeah, that's what they should ask him.
I mean, listen, this guy's in comedies. What do you want him to answer?
All right.
Right? What is he
doing? You're right. What
is he doing? Shakespeare?
All right, Pop.
Right.
All right, you call me if you see anything else on TV.
Hey, don't be a wise guy.
Okay.
Here you ask for...
All right, thank you. All right.
Yes,
all right. All right. Take care. My dad.
Meanwhile, Kathy Lee didn't get every Friday, but a lot of Fridays.
Good.
So that she can be home with her preschool kids.
It's one less day we have to look at her.
Heidi Fleiss is supposed to hear the sentence on her conviction on 8 counts of conspiracy, income tax evasion, and money laundering today.
Her the tough one.
Fleiss, according to friends and even us, says that the possibility of spending 7 years in jail is very frightening.
Yeah, I'd say. I might say I'd kill myself before going into jail.
Prosecutors say the sentence is appropriate because of all the money she earned while she was running her illicit business. Here's an interesting story. Now, just imagine this is your son. He calls you up and says, I'm going to graduate from college.
Yeah.
With a degree on May whatever. And you show up to the ceremony, and your son is nowhere to be found. Turns out that he quit college 3 years ago.
Oh, wow. That's pretty funny.
And you've still been sending money and paying tuition.
Wow.
You thought you were paying tuition anyway. But their son did show up. He was supposed to be graduating from Virginia Tech. He's back home now. They say that he's fine after spending a few days driving around to clear his head.
It's funny. Mom, Dad, I got to confess something.
Yeah. It took him 3 days to figure out how he was going to face them.
What's he been doing for 3 years? Probably got a radio show.
He left school 3 years ago, even though his parents continued to send money for tuition and living expenses. He had been missing for 8 days before calling home from a West Virginia police station. They don't say what he was doing for those 3 years. Living the good life, I guess.
Son, we're going to send to the college your tuition money. That's okay, Dad. Send it to me. I'll pay. That's like Gambling Dan.
Why not?
Gambling Dan used to take his tuition money and gamble it away.
Well, that's exactly what his parents did. They gave the money to him.
Yep.
So that's what's happening.
Thanks, Robin. Let me do a couple plugs. Jackie Jokeman.
Hi, bro.
You have your 78 minutes of filthy jokes on CD or cassette. Everybody loves the hysterical Sergeant Pecker. Rave reviews on that one. $12 plus $4 shipping and handling. There's a big Father's Day special I'd like to share with you. Buy 2, get 1 free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Thursday night, Jackie, June 6th, at Catch a Rising Star in Philly. For Dirty Jokes and Jokeland's web address, call 516-922-WINE. Also, Friday night, our own Fred Norris and his band, King Norris, comes to the Palm Grill in Montclair, New Jersey. Kick off the Memorial Day weekend celebration with Fla Fla Flowly this Friday night from 6 to 8 p.m. at Hooters in East Meadow on Hempstead Turnpike. And also, if you're planning a wedding or party, you need a disc jockey, why don't you call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040. We'll see you tomorrow.
What's happening?